Descriptive document. Let's go now to see what a descriptive document is and what is it for. Let's go to the application now and let's go to structure, processes, and let's suppose we have a client that needs us to automate a process of the company, and for that we need to create a class of processes. Once we have created that class of processes and all the different options are configured, all the gateways, tasks, objects, forms, we can create a document to send it to our client so he can see the result of the automation of this process. The document will be more detailed or less depending on how we are completing this configuration. It is very convenient to add descriptions in all the different stages of the process when we are planning to create a descriptive document later on. So if we go, for example, to objects, we go to here, okay, we could add a description here. If we go to spans, again, we can add a description, request review, send to process again, okay. So basically, you can add some information here, okay, so then appears in the documentation. The more you add, the more detailed the document created will be. So for example, we can add a description for the whole process, and as we saw before, we can add a description for spans, tasks, objects, etc. Once the process has been configured properly, we can go here, okay, to documentation. And in this option, we can choose generate descriptive document or generate detailed document. The first one is a very simple option, while in the second, we can choose how detailed the document is. The option here, design basis, is like a library where we include documents we use to automate this process or to create this class of processes. Okay, here we have another option, which is motivation. Why we created the class of processes. In this case, delivery of the product requested. Then we have general, we have the option panel. If we don't select anything here, okay, all the fields will appear. If we want to just appear certain ones in the document, then we will have to add them here. Diagram, okay, if we want the whole diagram to appear in the documentation or just a few pages or a few specific pages. Then we have objects, if we want the objects to appear, or just the sub-processes. We can also add languages, all the different translations in different languages, and choose if we want as the term in the forms. Once we have configured all these, we can see that a document is going to be automatically created. So if I click here, okay, we can see that a document has been created here. So if I open it now, okay, we can see, okay, we have detailed document, product request, which is the name of the date, and then we have reason, okay, delivery of the product requested, general, identity, execution, chronometrics, and so on. Okay, we have quite a lot of information here. The diagram, panel fields, etc. This document is the one we would hand to our client. Okay, as you can see, it can be really, really detailed or just very simple, depending on all the information we are adding when we are configuring the process. It is a detailed document, so normally it has quite a few pages. And this shall be all for the descriptive document.